So we're going to try to keep this meeting. It's going to be very short and powerful, but it's going to be about 30 minutes because I want it recorded and put in the Travel Cafe because it's about how to get paid the fastest and what we need to do to get you your money. Right now, because you got 7 people waiting there, kiddo.
I'm on it.
Right now, we have a large number of inquiries as to where's my commission. And frankly, we're behind because we're still playing catch up from not only the holidays, but the Eaton Canyon fire. Just so you know, we lost, I had 4 employees that either lost homes or that were heavily damaged in the fire. Archer Travel was running remotely a skeleton crew. There's 54 people in the company, and we were running a crew of 12 out of a board of directors room at the local country club, which was kind of interesting. But we're back up and on staff. Everybody's here. We're getting everything done. And we're reducing the number of inquiries. But I want to tell you what's going on, and I want to ask your help, which will also assist greatly in reducing the where's my commission inquiries. We have also changed the contract terms on the commission tracking form, and we've been announcing that for about 3 months. And we're actually going to put that in place effective immediately. It used to be that you had to submit your commission tracking form within 60 days of the date of travel. The reason that we did that is because we wanted to give you the greatest amount of time to get your commission tracking forms in without having to make changes on it. However, what happens is when you submit a commission tracking form, after we have received the commission payment from the supplier, it causes us to have to go into each individual reservation, and we have to go into a number of files, and we have to track down the supplier commission. If we receive the commission tracking form before we receive the supplier money, it is automated so that it will go immediately into the payout, and you'll get the money on the next pay date. So if we get the money between the 1st and the 15th, then it will be paid out on the 30th. If it comes in between the 15th and the 30th, it will pay out on the 15th of the next month. So the new rule on the contract, also it's on the contract for everybody joining, it says you must submit your commission tracking form within 30 days of your reservation confirmation. If you fail to submit your commission tracking form within 30 days of your confirmation, you will receive 60% commission as opposed to 80% commission. Now, I'm going to be really truthful with you and be totally upfront and honest. We don't really have a way of tracking what your original confirmation date number is unless you put it on the commission tracking form, and you could make that date up anytime you want. But I can tell you that no commissions are received within 30 days of the date of the supplier, of the reservation rather. You're never going to book. You might book 2 weeks or a week out from a trip, but it's going to take the supplier up to 30 days to process that and get us paid. So we will not penalize anybody unless we have received the money before we get the commission tracking form. But I didn't have any way of contractually putting that in there. So on the new form that's going to be coming out in, well, I'll get to that in a second. We will enforce the rule only when we get paid before you submit the form. Now, you could play chicken or you could play poker, and you could submit your form 90 days after your reservation date. If we haven't received the money, then I'm not going to penalize you. But if I have received the money, you're subject to a 20% reduction in your commission because, frankly, guys, we are at 1,900 where's my commission inquiries right now. Now, one of the things that the reason for that is you might have, we currently, because of the way the system was built, we require that you provide a submission tracking form for each supplier. So if you've got 3 suppliers on a trip, then you're looking for 3 where's my commission forms, or 3 commission tracking forms. We are looking at changing that internally so that you could put as many as 5 suppliers on a where's my commission form. We're looking at various ways. If it were just down to the number of trips as opposed to the number of suppliers, it would reduce that 1,800 down to about 800 or 700. So our goal is to get it down and so that we could reply to everyone within 48 hours. Okay? In order for you to help us to pay you, okay, then this is the new verbiage on the contract. To receive commissions from travel sales, the independent contractor must be in good standing with Evolution, provide a commission tracking form with the name of the client, supplier information, and the amount of the sale. If the form is not received within 30 days of the original reservation confirmation, the commissions paid will be reduced to 60% of the commissions received. Commissions will not be considered earned until travel is complete. So if you submit the form within 30 days of your original reservation, I guarantee you will get the form in before we get the money. Guaranteed. And if for any reason the money came in before your 30 days, then you will not be penalized. But if you wait longer than 30 days and I have received the money, you will get dinged. Now, these are the things that I need you to do. If the 4 things were done that are listed on this page, we would cut the where's my commission inquiries by about 80%. When you submit the commission tracking form, submit the commission tracking form on time. Ensure that your commission tracking is submitted within 30 days. If not, you're going to be reduced. Number 2, complete and with accurate information. The form must include the client's name, supplier details, sale amount, confirmation number. Ensure all fields are filled out correctly to avoid delays. There is a couple of Viator, and there was one other where they put a letter in front. And we've done trainings on this where when you put the letter in, our system doesn't recognize the extra digit. And so it gets so it doesn't sync up. So make sure that whatever you have is the correct confirmation number. Number 3, and by the way, that number 2 is a lot less than number 1 and number 3. Number 2 might be 5% of the time. Number 1 is probably 70% of the time. And number 3, your Akimbo card status. If you could verify that your Akimbo card is active and you have everything in good standing and it's viable before the pay date, then that will ensure about 20% reduction in the inquiries. Akimbo does not tell us, this is a problem we're fighting with Akimbo on. If your card is not active, they don't tell us your card is not active, and they don't tell you your card is not active. The only way we find out about it is when you call up kicking and screaming, and where the heck is my money? You guys have got a lot of questions here, and I will get to those. And then finally, on number 4, just double check your confirmation numbers and see what you can do about submitting those. Submit on time, make sure it's accurate, make sure your Akimbo card's good. Guys, it will eliminate so many. Now, the other thing is too, and I'm working on this, is that when you call in for the Where's My Commission form, the agents that are answering the phone did not have the ability to look up the numbers. It had to go to the commission tracking department. We're changing that. It's not going to be immediate. It might be a week or less, but we're going to give Eli and Yasmin hopefully the ability of researching and then only escalating those they can't find to the commission department. So we are taking multiple steps. Guys, the reason we're doing this is as we are growing the business, these are the holes that we need to fix. The other situation is, guys, please be as kind as you can. I know you're frustrated, but there's agents calling up and literally cussing out our staff. And I understand the frustration and we take it in stride, but I got people here in tears. And I gotta, now when they finally come to me and they tell me they're in tears, then I can start putting things together and go, okay, guys, this is what we got to do to change this. So we're on a mission to change this. Now, I will tell you that the commission tracking form, I will have we are in the process of redoing the entire commission tracking form and commission payment structure. It is a huge financial undertaking. I have hired who happens to be another Archer, but he's got 7 years at Microsoft. And I've also just approved another outside programmer so that we can have a new commission tracking form up and running for testing, for beta testing in 3 weeks. The new commission tracking form will be able to be edited. It will have its own unique tracking number so that you will have a database where there's a number that you can refer to. It will allow multiple suppliers on the same form. There's a whole lot of stuff that's going to happen so that it streamlines the process. Because what's going to happen is we're also automating the commission payment structure with our back office accounting system at a great deal of expense, so that when everything is correctly entered and correctly done, it will automatically interface with the accounting system, and then it'll pump it out to the correct payment provider, which is Wise, Remitly, Akimbo, and Payoneer. We have 4 different payment processors depending on what country that you're in. Again, and that's another situation where that presents challenges to us because different payment program providers require different information. So that's where we are right now. I want to go through the chat questions. Okay, here's a perfect one. I didn't submit the form because they only made the deposit on the cruise on 11/25, but they made the deposit months ago. I'm not sure I understand what that means. Will I be penalized if I submit tomorrow? No, anything that's, guys, I'm only talking about new bookings. I'm not going to penalize you on past bookings. There's got to be a grace period. I was going to put this in place January the 1st, and I've been talking to the Founders Council. And we're not going to penalize any past bookings. These are new bookings going forward. Okay, let me go through. There's a lot of questions. There's a whole lot of high Reggies. Guys, there's no reason not to submit your commission tracking form as soon as you make a booking. Now, this is individual bookings, guys. We're not putting anything in play with group bookings right now because we understand that your group bookings, you're adding people all the time and you're getting confused with the whole bit. We're only attacking right now the individual commission tracking form for individual bookings. If you guys submit those the day you make the reservation or within a couple of days of the reservation, there's no harm. If they cancel the reservation, it's not like you don't have to cancel the booking. It'll live, and then we'll purge it down the road. So there's no risk to putting a form in, even if the trip doesn't go. But if you forget to put it in and the trip goes, you're going to be giving up some money. And I don't want to take money away from people, but we don't know how to get you guys to get the forms in quickly. Hi, Marcia Ayers, you're new. Oh, you're coming in on a good one. A lot of housekeeping stuff. Welcome to Evolution. We are fun people. I'm just trying to get you paid faster. Let's see.
People are asking about groups, Ron, and what if they have a group?
Groups are not applicable to the policy right now. We will make them applicable when we get the groups form in place. This is only on the individual trip forms for non-groups.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, leave off the BR on Viator. Oh my God, that came up like 5 times today. I like the contract. Andrea, make a note, Amanda, on the
Mhm.
other, give them the ability of filling that in if there's
What
not a fill in.
what was the comment? I didn't hear
The
you.
vendor isn't listed on the commission tracking form, select other, but in other, I don't think there's a way that they can type in the name of the vendor. But again, one of the things there is if you type other, and you put the vendor in, you put the name in wrong, they'll also, again, it also won't recognize it. If the booking total changes over the duration, do we have to update the forms? You do not have to update the form if the reservation confirmation number does not change. You only need to update the form when reservation confirmation numbers change. Dashes and beds online, you could go ahead and do it because we're not having a problem with it. Some suppliers use different confirmation numbers than on the invoice. That is true. But if we do it for those that we know, that is a small minority of the suppliers. And as we find them, we can address that. Would any chance Archer would consider switching to Turn, TERN, to help streamline the commission process? Guys, we're budgeting about $175,000 for the programming of the commission process with Microsoft, different Microsoft programs, and programmers that are building a unique program for us, because what we've looked for 2 years we can't find. So it's a huge undertaking that we're happy to do because it's going to get everybody paid faster. I don't know anything about Turn. I would be more than happy to evaluate it if somebody wants to send me information on it. Hello, Marcy. Welcome to Evolution. Turn your tracking forms in on time. What's the reason we get penalty for the late submission? Because if you submit late, the labor that has to go into finding your commissions is huge, and it costs us time, energy, and money, and it delays our ability to answer other people's "where's my commissions" and process commissions for everybody else. So what is a very simple thing is causing a lot of consternation and delay for everybody in the organization.
Uh,
Allows for accuracy and efficiency for RCPL commissions on a timely manner if you submit after commission 60. Okay. Can I fix "where's my commission" form to allow us to submit cruise commissions for cruise lines that pay commission once it's paid in full? Amanda, Stacy Willard said something about cruises. Do you have that? Are you seeing that?
I don't. There's a lot of chat right now. Could you just re-say it?
Can you fix the "where's my commission" form to allow us to submit cruise commissions for cruise lines that pay commission once the trip is paid in full? I have 2 that show paid in October, but the trip isn't until later. But I
Uh,
can't submit a form since it won't let me put the dates, since it's not 60 days past the travel dates. Wait a second.
oh, I think I understand. She's trying to submit a "where's my commission" form, and she can't submit it because the form only lets you submit if it's 60 days after the travel date has been completed.
What? No, I don't. The "where's my commission" is only after 60 days?
I believe so. I'd have to look.
Okay. Well, we have an account we call it 91014. And if travel is, let's say that we get paid a commission and travel is 6 months down the road, we have been having that in an escrow account, holding it because of the large incidents of people that cancel, and then we can't get the commissions back because people book, get paid, and leave the organization. Now, what we have done is we have reduced that to 60 days. So within 60 days, we will pay out all commissions. We will pay 60 days before, up to 60 days before a trip starts. And at that point, you're in final penalty and the commissions are protected. And we may go down to 45. But 91214 is tremendously reduced. And that was another way that we could reduce the number of inquiries as to the where's my commissions. Again, under the contract, the commissions are not really generated and viable until travel has been completed. But we are going back to paying it in advance. Now, the reason we went away from that is before the pandemic, we used to pay all commissions when they were received. When the pandemic hit, Expedia Travel recalled over $250,000 in commissions that we could not get back from agents because obviously with the pandemic, we had a lot of agents leave the program. And so that's why we originally went down to a 50% commission payout on Expedia. So we are going back towards paying in advance, but again, we want to be cautious with that.
There was a concern an agent had about submitting a commission tracking form a year in advance, saying that she was worried it was getting lost in the system.
Nope, it doesn't get lost, guys. It goes into a database that's scrubbed, not scrubbed, but it's reviewed on an ongoing basis, and we don't delete anything in that database. And the only time that we do any kind of modifications to that is if agents have left the program. There's no way to submit my commission form for commissions paid on cruises after paid in full. Well, but if you make the commission tracking form on the confirmation, the reservation confirmation date, then you won't have that problem, Stacy. Akimbo cards, it's in your back office, Crystal Juarez. Your Akimbo cards are in the back office, and there's a lot of them that are responding to you on that. What if I put in my commission tracking form for a group and I add additional clients? Do I need to resubmit another form? No, not if you use the same group commission the group. If there's a group reservation form, you will get two reservation numbers when you do a group cruise. You get the contract number, and then you have the individual agent folio number. If you use the group number, you don't need to keep resubmitting because everybody will come in under that group.
Someone asked when is this effective?
Now.
Immediately.
Yeah, it was supposed to be effective January 1, but I delayed it because I wanted to make sure everybody knew. With so many people in the program, and by the way, the program's growing again. It's great. You guys are really kicking butt and taking names out there. It's great. There's a lot of information. Go out there, check your back office, check everything, and we're going to be making more and more announcements as things move forward. It's going to be a great year, 2025. I'm telling you. Thank you, guys. Hey, thank you everybody for your prayers and good wishes during the fire situation. Thank you for understanding the situations that we're up against as far as the commission tracking forms. We're working diligently to make headway and make improvements on it. You'll see bits and pieces coming forward. I ask for your patience and understanding and pass the word that these kids are they want to get you paid, and they got great hearts. And we understand the frustration. I get the frustration. It's not like I've never gone off on anybody before. So yeah, I get it. And, it's just hard. It can be overwhelming from time to time, but it's also more overwhelming when you guys are trying to get paid and you have bills and you need things done too. So we will stay in touch. I will be doing this. Amanda, am I doing this once every week or am I doing this twice a month now?
You're doing it twice a month. And yeah, so that'll be for USA, but you also have other countries. So if you guys have teams or agents in other countries, we are also doing those throughout the month too.
So I am doing an individual Zoom call for Mexico. The Mexico and United States are both twice a month. I am doing Australia, Spain, and the UK all separately. And the Spain I'm doing at, what am I doing at like 10 o'clock at night? So I'm doing it various times, and I don't know. Are you going to put Are you gonna put the schedule up, Amanda, so that people from the US and other countries can jump on each of the different countries' Zoom calls?
I mean, I usually post it specifically and only email it specific to the country. Um, but it is in places where, everyone is able to see it, such as some of our groups and
Well,
whatnot.
everybody is welcome on every Zoom call, as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, yeah, and Evolution Enterprises usually repost the schedule too, as well in their group, and the official Q&A chat does. We post it on the Travel Cafe, so I mean, it is available if you do want to go.
Perfect. Thank you, everybody. You have a great night. Stay safe, stay warm. I know there's a lot of weather out there, and bye for now.